Welcome to the Daily Quiz Podcast. Today's category is sports and leisure. Let's get to it. Question 1. Which race over 200 laps is started with the words, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines"? The answer is the Indianapolis 500.
The Indianapolis 500 is one of the most prestigious car races in the world, and it's been held annually since 1911. The races started with the famous phrase, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines," which has become a beloved tradition among racing fans. The drivers then complete 200 laps around the track, covering a distance of over 500 miles.
Question 2. What is the final event in a decathlon? The answer is 1,500 meters.
The 1,500 meters is the final event in a decathlon, and it's often referred to as the ultimate test of endurance. Decathletes have already competed in 9 other events, including sprints, hurdles, jumps, throws and pole vault. The 1,500 meters requires them to run 3 3/4 laps around the track, a grueling distance after 2 days of competition.
Question 3. Which cricketer captained England in 23 test matches between 1986 and 1988? The answer is Mike Gatting.
Mike Gatting, the former English cricketer, was known for his love of cheese. In fact, during England's tour of Australia in 1990-91, he famously ate a piece of chocolate cake topped with a slice of Stilton cheese before being dismissed for a duck in the second innings of the first Test match. Despite this unusual pre-match meal choice, Gatting went on to have a successful career as both a player and coach.
Question 4. What nationality is Gabriela Sabatini? The answer is Argentinian.
Gabriela Sabatini is not only known for her impressive tennis career, but also for her unique fragrance line. In 1989, she launched her first perfume called Gabriela Sabatini, and it became an instant hit, selling over $1 billion in its first year alone. She later released several other fragrances that were equally successful.
Question 5. How many minutes is each period of hockey? The answer is 20.
Did you know that the 20-minute period length in hockey was not always the standard? In fact, prior to 1911, periods were 30 minutes long. The change was made to accommodate more games in a day and reduce player fatigue. Additionally, overtime periods are typically only 5 minutes long in regular season games but can extend up to 20 minutes during playoffs.
Question 6. Baseball. Which team is associated with St. Louis? The answer is Cardinals.
The St. Louis Cardinals are one of the oldest and most successful franchises in Major League Baseball history. They have won 11 World Series championships, second only to the New York Yankees. The team was originally known as the Brown Stockings and later changed their name to the Perfectos before settling on the Cardinals in 1900.
Question 7. Who lit the Olympic torch at the 2000 Sydney Olympics? The answer is Cathy Freeman.
Cathy Freeman, the Australian sprinter and Olympic gold medalist, lit the Olympic torch at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Her lighting of the torch was a symbolic moment for Australia, as she was not only a national hero but also an Indigenous Australian. The moment was made even more special as it took place in front of a home crowd of over 110,000 people at Stadium Australia.
Question 8. Where were the 1900 Olympics held? The answer is Paris, France.
The 1900 Olympics in Paris were unique in that they were held as part of the World's Fair and lasted for 5 months. The events were spread out over various venues throughout the city, making it difficult for athletes to navigate. Additionally, some events had very few participants, such as the women's golf tournament, which only had one competitor.
Question 9. Who quit as Liverpool's manager on February 22, ND 1991? The answer is Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny Dalglish, who quit as Liverpool's manager on February 22, 1991, is considered one of the greatest footballers in British history. He won numerous titles with Liverpool as a player and later managed the team to 3 league titles and 2 FA Cups. Despite his success, he resigned due to the immense pressure and scrutiny that came with managing such a prestigious club.
Question 10. What is the weightlifting class that has the highest weight limit? The answer is super heavyweight.
Did you know that the super heavyweight class in weightlifting was only introduced in 1993? Prior to that, the highest weight class was the heavyweight division, which capped at 110 kilograms for men. The super heavyweight class now allows competitors to weigh over 105 kilograms, 231 pounds, and has produced some of the strongest athletes in history, including Hossein Rezazadeh, who holds multiple world records.
Question 11. Which television comedian once rode in the boat race? The answer is Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, best known for his role as Dr. House in the hit TV series, once rode in the prestigious boat race between Oxford and Cambridge universities. He was a member of the winning team for Cambridge in 1980 and even went on to compete at an international level. Laurie's passion for rowing started during his time at Eton College, where he was a member of their rowing team.
Question 12. On a netball player's bib, what do the letters GA stand for? The answer is goal attack.
Did you know that netball was originally called women's basketball and was created in the early 1900s as a way for women to play a non-contact version of basketball? The positions in netball, including goal attack, GA, were also developed during this time to make the game more strategic and challenging. Today, netball is played by millions of people worldwide and is recognized as an official sport in many countries.
Question 13. How many players are there in a volleyball team? The answer is 6 players.
Did you know that the number of players on a volleyball team was not always 6? In fact, when the sport was first invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, teams consisted of any number of players. It wasn't until 1916 that the International Volleyball Federation standardized the rules and set the number at 6 players per team.
Question 14. In which country is the famous Maracana Stadium? The answer is Brazil.
The Maracana Stadium in Brazil is not only famous for hosting the 1950 World Cup final, but also for its record-breaking attendance of 199,854 people during a match between Brazil and Uruguay in 1950. The stadium has since undergone renovations and can now hold a capacity of around 78,000 spectators.
Thanks for playing along, folks. We hope you had a ball with our sports and leisure category. Until next time, keep your game face on and stay in the zone. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. It's been a pleasure, until we meet again tomorrow.
This episode is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.